Lawyer Matthew, we'll need help. Oh, Independent Mike is coming for turkey for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Now, I don't know if you guys
exciting.
remember Independent Mike.
I think
Independent
Mike
Mike
is the guy who says independent, but then quotes Ann Coulter. Is that
Yes,
right?
exactly right. And whenever you bring up facts with Independent Mike, he will say, well, those are just your facts. And I'm like, well, here's the citations. And he goes, well, I could find facts that are different from that. And I said, well, where are they? And he goes, well, I'm not going to spend the time to do it, but I could. And so from Independent Mike's perspective, there is no true facts. There's only your side's facts and my side's facts. And then there's Ann Coulter. So it really is impossible to debate Independent Mike because Independent Mike, there's three basic. Let me go over this because I'm going to be going over this a little bit with Janine. I'm going to be going over this, I think, on All In with Chris Hayes Wednesday night. There are three basic prototypes of right-wingers that you will come across at Thanksgiving. Now, there's more. There's more, obviously. There's subsets, but there's three basic ones. One is the Tea Partier, who, statistically speaking, will be white and male and old. Two is the Mitt Romney-esque Republican who will kowtow to the Tea Partier, but will, depending on how much that Tea Party wears his Christian fundamentalism on his sleeve, would rather not deal with them. But in the end, all he wants is just not to pay taxes. That's it. I just want to be rich and not pay taxes. And statistically speaking, he will be, as opposed to the Tea Partier, white, older gentleman. And third is, of course, the libertarian. Now, he does not have the same demographic breakdown as the Tea Partier or the sort of the aristocrat, would-be aristocrat. He is white, but younger and probably high. And he's probably a junior in college. And then you have to have a different approach to each one of those to deal with them.
I would like to do a study on why does weed affect libertarians in a different way than it affects other people? Because when you're in college smoking pot, you're supposed to have a nice utopian scenario. You know, like there could be a nice world and everybody can get high. And
Well,
everybody
no,
can
they
have
have
food.
a nice utopian.
It doesn't seem that nice to me fundamentally. You push it a little bit, it's not that nice.
No,
it's not a Bob Marley scenario.
No, it is because the part that they don't talk about is when the unicorn shows up. And the unicorn who says, like, yeah, you can deny everybody health coverage and they'll all be healthy. You can trust me, I'm a unicorn. Unicorns never lie.
Libertarian weed is laced with freedom.
That's right.
Libertarian weed is laced with cocaine. I'm not that convinced by this entirely. I feel like it's. I'm also speaking the kids I knew in college who were libertarian weed head kids were not. They didn't have the same communal spirit. They weren't that friendly.
Okay.
And I'm just wondering. I'm wondering why it affects them differently.
That could just be, everybody brings themselves to the table.